Long ago, in a town not too far from the red earth of our fathers, lived a young woman named Norma and a young man named Ifeanyi. Their story began in their school days, when laughter and innocence still carried the hearts of the youth. Norma and Ifeanyi met in their final year of secondary school. Ifeanyi was charming, witty and handsome, with a smile that could calm the storms. Norma was beautiful, intelligent and ambitious, her eyes always burning with dreams of tomorrow. From the day they met, their spirits seemed tied together. Through growing years, they held each other like two yam tendrils, twisting up the same stick. Ifeanyi became Norma's rock, patient, kind, always lifting her when her feet slipped. Norma became his motivation, urging him to chase dreams, to reach higher than the stars their ancestors, reaching higher than the stars. Their ancestors watched from the sky. But in every tale, my children, there must be wind that shakes the tree. For a while, Norma came from a family that believed in love and loyalty. Ifeanyi's people were grounded in ambition, sweat, and the pride of hard work. These values, different yet strong, would one day bend the road of their love. One bright afternoon, Norma attended a networking gathering in the city. It was there she met Chinedu, a man whose tongue dripped honey and whose clothes spoke wealth. He carried himself like one who already owned the world. When his eyes fell on Norma, he smiled, and in that moment, her heart quivered. Chinedu was everything Ifeanyi was not, or so it seemed. He was wealthy, established, confident. He spoke of business like a man counting treasures. And Norma, ambitious as she was, felt drawn to him. She began to meet Chinedu often, at first under the excuse of business discussions. But soon, the lines blurred. Ifeanyi noticed the distance. He begged her to hold on, to believe in the future they were building. But Norma's ears had turned to the voice of wealth, and her eyes no longer saw the quiet sacrifice of true love. My people, the elder would say, a goat wey no follow shepherd go see hyena for bush. And so it was that one evening. And so it was that one evening. With cold resolve, Norma ended things with Ifeanyi. He was devastated. His heart, like calabash, shattered on stone. He sought comfort in his friend Ada, a quiet woman who had always admired him from afar. Ada held his hands, wiped his tears, and though she carried her own hidden feelings, she spoke wisdom. You deserve someone who will see your value, Ifeanyi. Don't let sorrow drown you. Meanwhile, Norma's new life with Chinedu glittered like festival drums at first. He showered her with gifts, fine clothes, dinners in shining places. She thought she had found the key to the future she craved. But slowly, shadows began to crawl into the edges. Chinedu often cancelled meetings, made excuses, dodged questions. When she pressed, he laughed it away. But the truth has long legs. My children, it cannot be hidden forever. One night, she discovered the dagger of deceit. Chinedu was married with children in another town. His wealth was not clean. His words were nets to catch the gullible. Silly girl, he sneered when confronted. You thought I was yours. I was only passing time. You are not the first and you'll not be the last. Norma's world collapsed. The mansion of her dreams turned to sand. While she cried in darkness, Ifeanyi was learning to heal. Ada stood by him, her loyalty shining. From friendship, their bond deepened into love. Slowly, he found joy again, and soon he asked Ada to be his wife. Their union was celebrated with song and dance. Family came with goats, yam and palm wine. Elders prayed over them. Drums echoed. Masquerades danced. Love had blossomed again, not in the place it first planted, but in the soil where loyalty watered it. But what of Norma? She wondered through regret, haunted by the laughter she once shared with Ifeanyi. People in the market whispered behind her, "See the girl who left true love for empty wealth." Shame clung to her, but shame alone does not kill if one has courage. Slowly, Norma began to rebuild. She returned to her studies, learned business, and started small trading. People mocked her, but she kept her head low and her hands busy. One day, she helped an elderly woman carry a heavy load to her house. The woman blessed her, saying, "Kindness opens doors that gold cannot. Your road will shine again." From that day, Norma began to live differently. She worked hard, helped others, and shared her mistakes openly with young girls so they might avoid her path. Her name, once pat in gossip, began to carry respect again. As seasons turned, a man named Obinna noticed her at a seminar. Unlike Chinedu, his pride was not in showing wealth. He was steady, humble and kind. He listened, and when Norma shared her painful past, he did not judge. "Everybody falls," he said, "but what matters is, do you rise again?" With time, Norma's heart, though scared, learned to love again. Obinna became her companion, patient and true. Years passed. Ifeanyi and Ada's marriage flourished. They raised children in peace. Norma and Obinna built their own life, steady and humble. As for Chinedu, his lies caught up with him. The law dragged him into shame, and his name became a warning. In the village, during festival nights, elders would gather the youth and begin the story. There was once a girl who chose shadow over substance. The children would listen, wide-eyed. The lesson was clear. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not chase shadow when light rests in your hands. Falling is not the end if you rise with humility. Falling is not the end if you rise with humility. Wealth without truth is emptiness. At last, Norma became grandmother. She would sit under the moon with her own grandchildren. She did not hide her past. She told it with tears and laughter, with honesty and hope. Yes, she would say, "I once chose wrong. Yes, I once fell. But I rose again. And that, my children, is life, not perfection, but redemption." And the children, hugging her, would whisper, "Grandma, your story will guide us." And so, the tale became a proverb. A calabash once broken may never be whole again, but the clay of life always gives the potter a second chance. Remember to subscribe, share, like, give us a thumbs up, and let your people know about our channel.